you guys, it is Taylor, and today I have a super exciting video for you guys today. So I feel like I've made this video on my channel before, but I feel like it's been about like 2 years since I've made that video, and I'm pretty sure since that video I've definitely changed up the podcasts that I watch in the morning. So today I'm going to be talking about my favorite podcast. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm not going to go to like 10 to 1 or anything like that. I'm just going to talk about them. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and make sure that you all subscribe to my channel if you have not already. My name is Taylor, and let's hop into this video. So I have about like 8 podcasts to talk about, so I really hope that you guys end up checking these out, watching them in the morning, listening to them on your way to work, etc. I'm the type of person where I like to watch a video in the morning while I eat breakfast. So most of these people do a video podcast, which I'm all about because, like I just said, that's just kind of my thing. Also, I kind of just like watch them like throughout the day when I'm working on my business and stuff like that. But anyways, let's just get started. So number 1 is the Zach Sang Show. I absolutely love Zach Sang. I have been watching him since I was like in middle school, I want to say. He's had on R5/Driver. He's had on Nat and Alex Wolf. He's had on Louis Tomlinson, Niall Horton. Like, he's pretty much had on everybody on the planet at this point, but I just love his show. I love Dan, who does his show with him as well. Dan is just so funny. I love him. But yeah, I love his Zach Sang Show. He's amazing. He definitely deserves a lot more attention than he gets. So if you haven't watched any of his interviews, please watch them all, or just watch people that you know. But yeah, I love the Zach Sang Show. He's amazing. Moving on. Number 2 is The Squeeze. So Taylor Lautner, who is a actor, he was in Twilight, he was in Cheaper by the Dozen 2, and he was probably in a few other things that I don't even know and or remember, but his wife, Tay Lautner, well, her name is Taylor as well, but they just call her Tay. Anyways, Tay Lautner has a podcast called The Squeeze. So basically, they did a podcast together, but it's mostly Tay kind of doing everything, which is really funny. But, you know, things happen. At least the podcast is still going. But, yeah, I love The Squeeze. It's a great podcast. It's mostly about, like, mental health. So if you're not really into that kind of thing, I would just suggest, like, shying away from it. But, yeah, I love talking about mental health. I like hearing things about mental health. So I feel like in the last like few years since like COVID, I feel like that became like a really like big thing. So yeah, I really love this podcast. It's great. I've watched like a few episodes. I don't watch every single episode because some people I just don't know who they are, but they've had on a lot of people from Dancing with the Stars. They had on Max. They had on somebody from The Big Bang Theory. They had on Alex Warren a couple of years ago. So yeah, I just really love Squeeze. It's a great one. And also the Zach Sang Show is kind of like a pop culture podcast. So if you're into that type of thing, definitely go check that out. But anyways, number 3 is It's Happening with Snooki and Joey. So obviously everybody has watched Jersey Shore at some point in their lives, and some people just don't know that the cast of Jersey Shore does other things besides television. I could do a whole video on that if you guys really want me to, because I keep up with them so much. It's actually insane. But anyway, Snooki has 2 podcasts, and one of the podcasts that she has is with her friend Joey. They actually met like a few years ago doing something with makeup or something. I don't really remember that whole story. But anyways, they have a podcast. They kind of just talk about like what's going on in their lives, pop culture. It's just like stuff like that. It's really like a chill, like relaxed podcast, and I listen to it pretty much every weekend, or I watch it if there's a video. But yeah, I love Snooki and Joey. So funny, so lighthearted, and I just really like it. So number 4 is Snooki's other podcast with Dina, and it is called The Meatball Pod. So obviously, you know, if you watch Jersey Shore, Snooki and Dina, they are literally called the Meatballs. That's what everybody calls them. I don't even know when the heck that started, but they have a podcast called The Meatball Pod, and they just kind of talk about the show. They talk about a lot of their conspiracy theories about like aliens and stuff, which is not my cup of tea, but I definitely still listen to the show. Anyways, they also talk about just like, you know, motherhood and stuff like that. So if you're into that type of thing, definitely listen to it. But yeah, I love the Meatball Pod. It's great. Okay. Next one. This podcast came out, I want to say like maybe like 3 months ago or something. And to say that I've watched every episode at least like 10 times is an understatement. And that is Rydell's Van Talk with Stormy. So Ross Lynch is one of 5 siblings, and he has a sister, Rydell, who is on TikTok. She's on YouTube. she does all the things. And now she has a podcast with her mom, Stormy. And let me tell you guys something. I am not a mother. I know some things about babies because a lot of my cousins have kids, but I'm not in that stage of my life is what I'm trying to say. And that podcast is so entertaining to me for I don't even know what reason, but I absolutely love that podcast so much. They just kind of put out episodes at least like once a week. Sometimes they put out 2 episodes in 1 week is what I was trying to say. But yeah, such a great podcast. They talk about motherhood. They talk about stuff with our 5 days and stuff like that. Just go listen to it, go watch it. If you're a big R5/Dry Driver fan, you are going to love that podcast. If you're not much of a fan of them, then you probably won't be too interested in it, but a great podcast, go watch it. Okay, next one is In Your Dreams with Owen Theo. Owen Theo is, I think he's an actor or something, but he has a podcast called In Your Dreams, and he's had on a lot of Disney Channel people lately. He had on somebody from Girl Meets World, Allie and AJ, Madison Pettis, and what made me watch his podcast was he had on Nat Wolff on his podcast, and I will watch Nat Wolff on anything. Okay, so that's what made me subscribe to him. But yeah, I really love his podcast. His podcast is a little bit like all over the place. There's no like point to it. He kind of just talks about like, I guess, pop culture stuff and just like really like odd things. I don't really know how to explain it. You just gotta go watch it. But yeah, love that podcast. It's great. Definitely go check it out. Okay, next one. Excuse me. Is a big one, and I feel like a lot of people listen to this one or watch it, and that is Therapist with Jake Shane. So Jake Shane started a podcast. I don't know when he started a podcast. I can't remember. But yeah, Jake Shane, such a great interviewer, so funny. He's had on such great people. He's had on Joe Jonas. He's had on Nick Jonas, Ross Lynch, just so many people that I love, and he is just hilarious, and I love him so much, and his podcast is just amazing, and if you haven't watched it, listen to it, whatever, go watch it, it's great. Okay, and the last podcast that I am going to talk about is Sorry We're Cyrus. So Miley Cyrus has obviously her mom, Tish Cyrus, and she has an older sister, Brandy, who they have a podcast together, and her mom and her sister, and it's such a great podcast. They are so funny, so hilarious. They have on such great people. They had on Miley at one point. They had Noah on at one point. They've had on Allie and AJ, and probably like a few other people that I can't remember right now, but I absolutely love that podcast. It's amazing. And Miley Cyrus's mom is one of my favorite people on the planet. But anyways, those were my favorite podcasts. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you all subscribe to my channel if you have not already. My name is Taylor, and I'll see you all next week. Alright, bye guys.